We're live right now on IG. We're live on Clubhouse too. I'm excited. Lots to talk about. Okay? Do you ever wonder, like, why are you sick? And how come you're not better? Did you ever wonder that? Did you ever wonder that when you were sick too? Maybe you got better now, medical medium information, right? Good to see you guys. Did you ever wonder, like, being sick and how do I get better? Where do I go? What do I do? How does this work, right? And then it's like a sea of wolves. The minute we get sick, it's like, too bad, you got sick. Sorry, too bad, you got sick. Sorry, yeah, you're not needed anymore. You're sick. Just go wherever you're going to go. What, you're going to go doctor shopping now? Good luck. Go. See you later. It's really a hard road. It's so hard for so many people. They get sick, and then where do they go? What are they going to do? How are they going to heal? And then their whole life is about fighting for it. It's about fighting to survive, fighting to heal, fighting to get past your symptoms, right? It's not about all the fun stuff anymore. It's not. It's about, what do I do? And I'm sick. And that's one place where we're now like stuck. Where do we go? What do we do? You know? And what happens is people don't realize it until they've been sick, until they've been there, until they've been in someone's shoes, right? You know? You're not going to know until you were there, until you had the fatigue and the aches and pains. Like, what do you guys got going on, right? What do you guys got going on in Clubhouse? What do you guys got going on IG? What kind of aches and pains do you have? What's your story? What did you go through? How did it land for you? Did you lose a relationship over it? Or did you lose a relationship and then you got sick? Or were you in a relationship and you got sick and then you lost that person because they couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle you being sick. Because I see that happen all the time. What's your story? You've been to 10 different doctors already? Okay? Lahana Wisdom says, I healed my acne using your protocols. Following for life. Amazing. That's so powerful. Following for life. And like when you heal with medical medium information, right? It's like freedom. It's freedom. That's what it is. That's what it is. But your story is fibromyalgia, wild blueberries. Okay? Petra, your story, 15 years in pain, RA. Right? Okay? Alma, Hoffman, unfortunately, people have to get sick to go to a bunch of doctors and not find answers to accept the truth, right? And then, before they get sick, and tell me you guys on Clubhouse, you guys know this, right? Okay? Tell me this, right? Before you get sick, right? I just saw multiple sclerosis mom, lost all of my friends when I was diagnosed with MS. Family doesn't really care, I mean, it's like this, right? I know. I got my diagnosis. I have to let everybody know because everybody's going to care. All my friends, everybody's going to care. Yeah, you know how I've been driving you crazy? Tingles and numbness and anxiety and tightness of chest, and you know how I can't go out with you guys anymore and have fun, and I have to cancel all the time because of my migraines, and my fatigue's really bad, and you guys know how I'm eating health food and you guys can't stand that. But I finally found out what's wrong with me, right? Yeah, they diagnosed me with fibromyalgia and lupus. Fibro and lupus. Yep. And then they diagnosed me, Yeah, I told you that I thought I had fibro. Yeah, and they diagnosed me with Lyme disease too, possibly, because they said they're going to wait and see. So, where'd you go? Hello? Hello? Why'd you hang up on me? Why'd you hang up on me? And you know what happens is people don't realize that it's like discrimination against the chronically ill, and it's been there so long. It's always been out there. I've watched it for 35 years. I've watched it for 35 years. So what I've always done is fight for the chronically ill, right? You guys know that by now, a lot of you guys. Maybe some of you guys are new, don't even know. But yeah, I fight for the chronically ill, And then as I've been fighting for the chronically ill, yeah, no, I know. I'm censored everywhere these days. As I fight for the chronically ill, I run against obstacles, I do. Okay? You know how you guys you're trying to get better? You've been to 10 doctors, 12 doctors, you tried everything, okay? You tried everything. Plant-based Latina says, I've healed 85% and going thanks to you. And now I also have 5 friends who are drinking celery juice with me, bought your books, and vow we are all avid followers. Honored. Plant-based Latina, honored. Seriously, incredible. But what happens is, we get sick. We see all these different doctors. We lose friends. We lose family. So many people lose friends. They lose family, right? And then the journey is still going, and we're sick. We become like cast outs. And that's how we end up. We end up where we're just beaten down, right? And my job is, how do I get the message out? How do I get you guys better, right, with the information? How do I get you guys to apply the information, get your lives back? I want you to get your lives back, man. I want you to come back is what I want you to do. And come back, rise out of the ashes, be stronger than you were before, and spiritually powerful because of what you've gone through, where you've been, spiritually powerful, right? But my obstacles are funny ones. My obstacles, okay? Right? My obstacles are doctors that aren't real doctors. They don't work. They don't work as doctors. They're social media doctors, right? I'm not talking about Dr. Sherry Green and Dr. Fawn and so many great doctors out there that are on social media. They're working too. They're working and they're trying to spread the message, right? But then you get all these fake doctors out there, and they don't really have a practice. They haven't had years of working with people. They want to sell their merchandise. They want to sell their products. They want to do that kind of stuff. But they don't even know why anybody's sick. They don't know why anybody's sick. They don't know why. And that's another thing all on its own, right? And then they hear medical medium talking shit, talking smack. They hear medical medium talking crap. That's what they hear. And that crap they hear is apple cider vinegar is going to dissolve your teeth, which it does, destroys your teeth. They're going to hear nutritional yeast blows out the brain because of the glutamic acid and the bad B12 in there, which gets you sensitive to B12. They're going to hear and irritates the lining of the stomach. They're going to hear diatomaceous earth particles are really problematic by aggravating the gut. They're going to hear caffeine from chocolate is not the right thing to do for a pregnant mommy and that has a baby inside of her, right? And they're going to be mad dogs out there, right? So I got this thing where, do I act like everybody else? Because everybody in the health field, whether you guys know it or not, whether you guys like it or not, some of you, everybody else in the health field, okay, that isn't on the truth, the truth train of getting people better and the information that saves lives. Everybody else in the health field, I'm just going to be straight out, okay? I know this is hard medicine to hear. Everybody else doesn't want to step on anybody's toes, and it's not about healing the chronically ill. It's about selling crap 24/7, selling trends 24/7, making sure that you're on the collagen, you're on the ACV, you're on nutritional yeast, you're on diatomaceous earth particles, you're on your fish oil, you're on whatever it is, your protein powders, you're on your deer antler, your neem oil, you're on your ionizers, whatever it is, it's 24/7. Sell you crap. It doesn't matter if you get fixed or not, if you heal or not. You're just the money, baby. You guys are the money. That's what you guys are. Who cares if you stay sick? Who cares if nobody knows why you're really sick? Who cares if you guys never heal? There's a whole bunch of wolves out there that haven't gotten sick enough yet, right? They're out there. And they got their merch going 24/7, and they're spending millions on ads, and they got it going into your feeds 24/7, and they know you're sick. They know you're sick. That's right. And then they'll throw you this bogus science and research little taglines, right? Science and research says this and this. Science and research says this and this, right? Give them my products or whatever. They know you're hungry. You're hungry to get better, man. They know you're hungry to get better. That's right. They know. They know you're going to be biting like fish. Yeah, let's reel this one in. Let's reel this one in. That's right. Oh, she's biting. She's 24 years old. She's been, on Mattress Island long enough. She can't be with her friends anymore and can't go out and exercise so much anymore. Let's see. She'll be biting on this apple cider vinegar. Let's reel her in. Reel her in. Here we go. We got another one. Hey, let's get out. Cast that bowl out. Here's one. She's 42 years old. That's right. She's got chronic fatigue syndrome for the last 5 years. A whole bunch of different diagnoses. She lost everything. She lost her money. She lost her husband. Let's reel her in. Ooh, we got her hooked on collagen. That's right. Reel her in. Reel her in. Let's get one more. Let's cast that line out. Boom. We got that line out there. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, snag. Ooh, this is a good one here. She's 31 years old. Perfect. Yep, she's in the yoga community, but she's falling apart. She's getting sicker and sicker. Her body hurts. She's got fatigue. Get her hooked on some kombucha tea and throw in a chocolate bar to boot, some caffeine, cacao chocolate, cacao, 90%. Let's get her hooked on there. Let's reel her in. We got her biting. Let's say, hey, how caffeine's good for her. Reel her in, reel her in. We're pulling her in. There we go. Boom. That's how it is. That's how it is. Okay, Trisha Marie, yet accuse you of taking advantage of us. Quite the opposite, but that's what they do. So what I'm up against when I wake up in the morning is, it's like, I want to get people better. I want millions of people better and healing like Medical Medium Information does. But there's a whole crap load of sharks now. Angry sharks, right? That aren't censored like I'm censored. They're not censored. And they're able to get all their crap out there. And they're able to swamp into the medical medium community. Slip into the medical medium community too, right? Yep. How's that different than what I'm doing? Oh, really? The phone's ringing. How's that different? I'll tell you right now. Hello? In Carpenter? Is that your name? In Carpenter? Hey. How you doing? I've never had a subscription charge ever. Uh-huh. All my books are free at the library. Yeah. All medical medium information is for free. You don't like that? You don't like being burned? Burn. What else? Okay. No programs. I could sell $10,000 programs tomorrow. I'm always told to, and I say no. No advertisers, no commercials on the Medical Medium podcast, and it's the #1 podcast. In health, which gets people upset all on its own. No advertisers. No advertisements on YouTube. Isn't that interesting? No ads on YouTube. You don't like that? How am I different? Are you eating your words? Just curious. I don't own any supplement companies. How am I different? I don't have a medical medium line of supplements. I could put out, are you still there in Carpenter? You still there? I can put out a medical medium line of supplements or a medical medium line of products tomorrow with medical medium written all over them. Millions of people will purchase it around the world. And probably be on the Fortune 500. And I don't. So how am I different than other people? I want to know. In Carpenter? Really? There's no merchandise, medical medium merchandise I'm selling. You don't think I could have made medical medium t-shirts by the thousands and thousands and thousands? People would be wearing them all around the world. How come I don't? Doesn't it feel good to eat your words? Yeah, eat them. They taste good. But what I do have is street cred, right? And that's worth a lot to me, you guys. On Clubhouse too. You're on Clubhouse. That means a lot to me. It's the street cred. And that street cred matters, okay? Living on Lover's Lane, he is lying to you? Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Sure, you can't access all the medical medium information for free? Okay, yeah. So the whole point is, you guys, is that there's a lot of sharks out there, and they don't like knowing Medical Medium tells the truth about all the stuff that's hurting you guys and holding you back. Holding you back. You would love a celery juice shirt. Limbaum, love. AW could be a gazillionaire if he wanted to. Exactly. It's over 500 million people drinking celery juice in the world right now. Okay? Just think about that alone. You don't think I could just all of a sudden get a hold of a whole bunch of celery farms and put Medical Medium on the celery sleeve? Put Medical Medium on the sleeve of celery? Right? You don't think we can do that tomorrow? We can. Miranda Kerr's in town. She's here. She's in the house. Miranda, what's going on? Dear close friend of mine. Honored you're here. And yeah, so the whole point is you would wear an MM cap. Right? The whole point is it's about making sure I got your back. It's always been like that from the beginning, right? But the landscape has been getting rocky and it's been changing, just so you know. And there's a cult out there. And that cult is a vicious cult, right? And that cult is a science and research cult. That's the cult. They're the Jim Jones cult of our day right now. They will slowly kill you with their Kool-Aid. That's the science and research cult right there. Okay? Where's your science? Where's your science? Where's your studies? Where's your science? That's the cult they're in. That cult is the Jim Jones. You know the Jim Jones? Everybody lined up for Kool-Aid. They lined up for that Kool-Aid. They lined up, and he put cyanide in all their Kool-Aid. 1,000 people. Right? 1,000 people got their Kool-Aid going on babies, children, moms, dads, grandpa, grandma, right? Got their Kool-Aid with cyanide in it, right? And then he got on the stand. He said, everybody drink your Kool-Aid. And they all drank it and they all died. 1,000 people died right there. They all died, right? That's the science and research cult. That's what they want you to think they got the answers. They want you to drink that Kool-Aid down. And what the difference is with them is they don't kill you right away on the spot, science and research. They kill you slowly. Along the way. Golden Seal 1, 2, 3. That's right, it's a horrifying story. Horrible story. And they kill you slowly. That's what the science and research cult does. That's what the cult does. It's the ultimate cult right now. That's it right now. It's in front of you and it's going to get worse. You haven't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen nothing to what the science and research cult is going to do. And the science and research cult is going to want to own you. They're going to want to take your freedom away. Your freedom to think spiritual. Your freedom to think differently. Your freedom to want to get an answer to heal. They don't care. The science and research cult would rather have you dead, sick, or miserable than to have an answer. That's what they want right there. They want you sick, dying, or dead. That's what the science and research cult wants you. That's where they want you. They want you there. They don't want you better because they won't even validate if you healed with medical medium information. They won't even validate if you healed at all. And they won't validate as you're healing. They want people dead. That's what they want. And that's a science and research cult, right? That's what they want. They want you on their drugs, or they want you thinking there is a miracle answer around the corner. That's what they want. That miracle answer around the corner. And then the alternative medicine cult. That's another one. They're buried in science and research too. The alternative medicine cult. I don't know if you guys experienced it yet, right? You think you're an alternative to alternative medicine, but you're not. You're not. You're stuck in that cult too. Alternative science and research cult medicine. That's where you are too. You're stuck there. You think alternative medicine is so alternative now? No, it's actually joined forces with the same old Jim Jones cult of science and research, the cult of all time. That's that. That's the science research people. So I'm just letting you know. And I'm not talking about the good people who work in those fields. No. I'm not talking about the good people that work in those fields. They either have to produce something or they're out in the street. They lost their lives. They lost their livelihood. Okay? That's how it works. And if you don't know how it works, you get pulled in. And you get pulled in. Now you're going to be doing the next. Let me just do this. Reclaimers of Health is 100%. 100%. They push the same agenda. The alternative medicine world pushes the same agenda as the conventional medicine world. They're the same boat right now. They have to exist together because they are together. They became one. It's not like the old days back 20 years ago. You know what happened 20 years ago if you were alternative medicine 20 years ago? There's a good chance a whole bunch of people with guns busted down your door and handcuffed you behind your back while everybody was wearing their white doctor's jackets and they were on the floor, face down on the floor, on the tile floor. That happened every day. Raids were happening in alternative medicine. You weren't even allowed to be alternative medicine. But you notice everything's a one big happy family now because they all became this one thing. That's why conventional medicine sells all this alternative stuff now, right? And that's why alternative medicine doesn't turn away from some of the things conventional medicine wants to offer that may not be in people's best interest, right? They joined forces, and it's the science and research cult, and it's not about you healing. It's not. If it was about you healing, then the stuff would be known about what's going on, about why you're sick. How come you're sick? How did you get the pathogens that you got? Why are you this sick with chronic sinusitis, aches and pains, chronic UTIs, tingles and numbness, ringing in your ears, bells ringing in your head, OCD, bipolar, depersonalization, anxiety, depression, schizophrenia too, right? Why are you dealing with all that? Why are you dealing with tightness of the chest, tightness of the throat, ringing in the ears, popping, buzzing, fluttering, floaters in the eyes, flashing lights, insomnia, migraines, aches and pains, jaw pain, neck pain, lower back pain, feet pain, body pain, fatigue to severe fatigue? Why are you dealing with all that? Where's the answers? They don't have the answers. They never did. They never did. But guess what? They're quick to sell you their shit. They're quick to push their stuff on you. That's right. Lemon Balm Love, like you say, they would be wanting to talk to all of us who have healed, but they don't. If they wanted people better, they would want to know why the millions of people over the years who recovered from medical medium information, the largest healing community out there that healed, with the largest heal rate in the world, right? Wouldn't they want to know how it's happening? Why is it happening? Why, right? Because they don't want you to heal. They need you sick. They need you sick. Alternative medicine and conventional medicine need you sick so you can spend your money. They don't want you better. You have to stay sick. And then you have to think there's a carrot dangling in front of you. What's that carrot? It's got to be that next study. What's that carrot? 5 years from now. Don't worry. 5 years from now, there'll be a study out. Yeah. Like 5 years from now, there'll be a miracle pill for all your aches and pains and your fatigue. Don't worry. Robinson24 says 6 months on your protocol, almost there. Healing so many symptoms. I hear people in the medical medium community healed 100 symptoms. Healed 50 symptoms. 100 symptoms. 80 symptoms. Yeah, exactly. Okay? Exactly. And so what they want people to, okay, so Sophia Reed says, I healed severe tinnitus with medical medium. But see, they don't care. They don't care. Science research doesn't want to know that. No way. No way. See? So you know how dirty it really is, right? When you know something is rotten and it smells really, really rotten to the core, smells rotten, right? Aline Jane, yes, the new moneymaker is biohacking. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that's right. And you need to stay sick. You have to stay sick for it to work. You guys got to stay sick so the alternative medicine world and conventional medicine world can bank and bank and bank and bank. You have to stay sick, okay? Because if that wasn't true, they would want to know why you healed. They would want to know, you know? And it's so important. The DDK says, skip the they conspiracy talk, share your wisdom. Well, you know what's funny, DDK, is I've been sharing the wisdom, spirit of compassion, right? Every day in, day out for 35 years, right? But if you don't know where the darkness lies, you're going to fall into another trap, and another trap, and another trap. You're going to fall into those traps, okay? That's what's going to happen. And then you're going to be stuck in the quicksand. Renska says, my panic attacks and neck pain are better. I'm just drinking leftover heavy metal detox smoothie for my son. Amazing. And things are getting better, right? But who cares? Who cares? That's right. That's right. The industry doesn't care. Alternative medicine doesn't care. No one cares, right? And that's when you know something stinks and something's that rotten, right? The industry needs everybody down and sick, and they need women sick, and they need women addicted to caffeine, all of it, right? Yeah. Marge says you have to know the enemy. You have to know the enemy in order to survive it, or you get thrown into that den of wolves over and over and over again. That's how it's always been. I mean, it's important to know. You think pregnant women should, pregnant women should keep on being told to eat cacao, right? Do you think that's okay? Because I'm going to call a baby right now. So let's do that. Let's call a baby. Let's do that. So I need to call a baby right now. Okay. All right. Okay. DDK said you got to share your wisdom and stop. DDK said share your wisdom. Okay, there we go. And stop doing conspiracy stuff. Okay. Hello, baby? Hey. Hey, how you doing? Hey, are you awake? You are awake? Really? You mean this is your nap time and you're still awake? Baby, why are you still awake? If this is your nap time, why are you still awake? Because mommy had more cacao? Really? It's not mommy's fault. It's not mommy's fault that she had more cacao. It's the cacao dealers, the drug dealers. And alternative medicine. Yeah, there's lots of them now. Yeah. Oh, you don't know what a drug dealer is? I know, you're not supposed to know what a drug dealer is, baby. I know. It's the drug dealers out there. Yeah, they're pushing their psychoactive drugs, and they're saying that science research says that it's actually healthy to have cacao. When you're pregnant too. Yeah, you can have it in moderation. What? You have a headache? Really? Little baby, you have a headache? Huh? What else is going on? Little baby's got the tremors? Yeah, that's withdrawal. Yeah, it's withdrawal. You know what happens, and then mommy goes through withdrawal, and then she'll need to eat more chocolate. Maybe she had the 90% chocolate that everybody keeps on saying is so healthy, and science is backing. I'm really sorry about that. I'm trying to do the best I can to protect future mommies and babies. Yeah, caffeine. Yeah, it's called caffeine, baby. It's a psychoactive drug. Your dreams are really bad when you're sleeping? What's wrong? Your dreams are really bad? Baby, your dreams are bad? Yeah, it's from... Yeah. Oh, baby, I'm reading a comment right now from a Jack Rowe, and he says, WTF, oops, sorry, baby. He said, WTF is this moron doing, fully cooked? I guess he doesn't care about mommies and pregnant mommies and babies. Yeah, that's a real disgusting person. I know. That's as disgusting as they get, because they don't care about babies. Yeah, they don't care about babies like you who are getting caffeine addictions in the womb because alternative medicine is pushing it as being such a great idea. Yeah, I know. They call it plant medicine. And they're using pregnant mommies and babies. Okay, I'm going to let you sleep. Okay. Yeah, no, I think they all should boycott TikTok too. I know for banning me. I know. Okay, bye. What happens is alternative medicine is really just, it's turned into a place filled with snakes, right? Okay? And if you guys didn't see that on Clubhouse, basically, I was talking to a baby in the womb. And what's happening in alternative medicine, and they're going to want you to hup to. Every alternative speaker has so much wisdom now, right? Okay? They're going to have you hup to, right? That's what they're going to do. And, hup to, because someone has a study that they've been citing and quoting, and now they're going to talk about it, and they're going to talk about all these different things you can do for your health, as if they even know why you're even sick, right? And that's the irony. It's so bad. And it turned into a point where that's fine if you're not so sick, right? That's fine if you're not so sick. Yeah, you guys want to vouch for me. Yeah, if you guys want to vouch for me on TikTok, that'd be great. But yeah, no, TikTok account's down. But the bottom line is, how do you get to Clubhouse? I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I'm on Clubhouse right now, live. But you guys, it's about protecting everyone in the best way we possibly can so you can heal. And the not so sick, they don't really know what it's like to be super sick yet and get there. And then, oh my God, now we're out of place. Okay, so she said on there, would you say that not all doctors are the same? No, they're not all the same. I talk to lots of doctors every day. They're incredible doctors. But there's doctors on social media now that don't work, right? And they never worked is what I'm saying, right? Not like Dr. Fon. He works his butt off, right? MD with Spirit on here. It's in Dr. Sherry Green, who works so hard, also worked so hard in their life, right? Seasoned doctors, right? There's doctors now on social media selling all their merch and all their products that hurt people, products that aren't good for people who are healing. They don't care, right? They just want to be on there, and they want to be on there, and that's it. On social media, they want to be social media stars. That's where doctors are going now, not the good doctors, right? So anyway, you guys, I want to start making the waffles right now, and then we're going to talk about some good stuff. Because we got a lot to talk about. I still got to give you some on some of the traps that are set out there so people can't get better, important information. I'm going to peel these potatoes right now a little bit. I'm just going to peel back these steamed potatoes. I'm making some potato waffles. That's what I'm doing. I'm really pumped up about it. I am an RN, and I witnessed how BOG. Yeah, I believe it. You know the drill out there, what's happening. So, what's going on with you guys? What's your journey? How long have many of you been sick for? I know some of you guys have been sick for a long time. Ashley says TikTok trolls reported AW and his followers. Mine got banned too. Yeah, exactly. It's TikTok trolls, really. But they're the TikTok science trolls is what they are. Because the science cult is eventually going to take over. That's what they're going to try to do, right? And then the science trolls are there to make sure that you jump on the next medical treatment, or you jump on the next that science has to offer. Make sure you jump on the next thing science has to offer. That's right. Science knows everything. You can't tell you how many people have been sick, lived, and died over the last 100 years, and science had not one answer. Man, so many people. It's unbelievable. I'm making some waffles right now. I've been dealing with lupus for years now. Kimberly says, I've suffered from chronic migraines for 15 years. You know what it's like. Exactly. And when people aren't sick, they think science is God, right? When you're not sick, science is God, right? And then, exactly. And they think if you healed, you really didn't heal because you were never sick. Okay? You didn't have migraines for 15 years when you heal that. When you heal, you know, you weren't sick ever. There's no way you could have been sick. You must have been lying all these years, right? And that's how they do it too, you know? The thing is with me is, my job is to make sure I give you guys the answer and not make friends. Because making friends isn't going to get you guys better. So I can not step on people's toes. I can tell you, yeah, I don't want to say nothing bad about the ionizer water machines. Seven Sam said, I'm an RN and I witnessed how much money doctors got paid by pharma companies as bonus. The more drugs they bought, the more money towards the vacation package. Absolutely. What happens is people don't realize it, that medical doctors get incentives from big pharma. That's how it works. Science failed me. Amanda says, science failed me 8 years. My dermatologist just pushed $200 steroid creams on me and said I had to deal with it my whole life. Thank God for Medical Medium. Incredible, really incredible. And, you know, people just don't understand that kind of journey if they haven't been there. They don't get that kind of journey, right? The drug dealers walk into the doctor's offices, right? The drug dealers. There's two kinds of drug dealers, right? There's the big pharma drug dealers, sales reps from big pharma that walk into the doctor's office, right? To sell the doctor the brand new drugs. To make sure that the patient comes in and the doctor says, yeah, here's the drug we got for this, right? And then there's the other drug dealers, alternative medicine drug dealers. It's those guys. Pushing the caffeine on women. That's the other drug dealer too. And the psychedelics and other stuff like that. Lifestyle by Beta. I have healed heart palpitations too. That's an important one to heal because people go through hell and back with those heart palps. They really do. In a bad way, right? Sherry Francis said, suffered with eczema for 63 years. My whole life. I am finally getting some relief with your protocols. Dermatologists just made it worse. If you're somebody who came on just now, just say you're somebody that came on now, and you really don't even know what you're listening to yet, and you don't know really anything much about the medical medium, you might have heard something bad about him because all the smack that spreads and talks about him because, you know, they try to do everything they can to take him down, all the people, all the sharks, right? And you come on here and you hear these stories. These aren't in all the other forums and all the other accounts and all the other communities, right? That's not in there. And if it is in there, it's people who got tools siphoned in to those places from originally started for medical medium. That's another thing too. It was a barren desert, right? It was a barren desert of sick people back 15 years ago, 10 years ago, right? 10 years ago. You got sick, you stayed sick. You got Hashimoto's, you kept it for life. You got lupus, you had lupus for life. There was no getting better. That's what it used to be before medical medium information. Memi said, love you, MM, you're amazing. Oh, sorry, Emmy said, I healed AFib with your info. It was terrifying. And Tonya Jean says, love you, MM, you're amazing. Thank you for making me feel even better. Oh, making me even a better practitioner? Incredible. And doesn't that matter? So you keep on getting kicked off? Yeah. I'm on Clubhouse too if you're so kicked off and you still want to listen. But some of you guys can't get to Clubhouse, I get it. This Clubhouse, I think Clubhouse still has a lot of quirks. Yeah, JP topic, yeah, they banned my TikTok because of trolls. Trolls reporting medical meme information stuff. There's a lot of spiritual racism. There's a lot of discrimination, spiritual discrimination. That's what it is. That's how it works. You're not allowed to heal people with information that no one has access to, right? Except coming from here, you know? You know the healing stories on TikTok? Yep. Trolls were reporting the healing stories on TikTok. All the healing stories that we post here on Medical Medium IG page. Trolls are reporting those, right? That's how it works. And it's really unbelievable what it's turned into when you think about it, you know? And Agi says, what you view on Chinese medicine saying raw foods weaken digestive system. What's my view on Chinese medicine? Raw foods weaken digestive system. Well, if you have somebody that has debilitating eczema, psoriasis, right? Okay? Their skin is cracked and bleeding, right? Okay? And they've done everything, you know? And it's not just raw foods that help. It's tools around it, like what to eat, what foods to eat. And raw foods don't weaken your digestion. They strengthen your digestion, right? So I'm not downing Chinese medicine. It's just that in the 35 years I've been doing this, right? Thousands traveled all over the world to enter my office. And they saw the best Chinese medicine healers you can possibly imagine, right? And the minute they got the tools, they healed. And it doesn't mean that Chinese medicine is bad just because they didn't have answers. It's not it at all. You know, it's like the theory that a raw food can weaken digestion is really a theory. Here with Amber, good to see you tonight. Lorraine L, UK, even comments are targeted. I've been accused of being an MM account like many others have. Yeah. That's how they do it. Here with Amber, everybody here, please contact and complain to TikTok and report the trolls. Thanks here with Amber. Amber Vistacaro, you're the best. Yana says, I'm already skinny. How much to lose more following MM? Are you eating enough calories? Not much to lose, you mean? Following MM? You mean not much weight to lose following MM? I'm not sure which direction you're going on that one. I know that people who need to lose weight, and people who need to increase their weight, increase their muscle. They increase their muscle using medical medium because they get all the glucose and mineral salts. So if you don't want to lose weight, make sure you increase your glucose, your mineral salts. Make sure you increase that, right? If you want to keep that weight strong and not lose any more weight, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just mashing these potatoes. I'm going to make waffles right now, you guys. And if you're already underweight, that's the whole point. If you're already underweight, you can get your weight back, but you don't want to get fat back. Like you don't want to start eating all these fats and then do what everybody else does out in the other parts of the the health world is they eat fats when they're sick and they just get sicker and sicker and sicker. Doesn't matter if they're plant-based or animal protein. You just bring in more potatoes, more papayas, more bananas, and that's all good things to do. So what I'm going to do is make some waffles right now, you guys. Excited about making potato waffles right now. Can you see this? So we're doing this. Which book do you talk about psoriasis? Cleanse the Heal is a great book. The information. Liver Rescue is a great book. Get them free at the library if you don't want to get them on Amazon.com. They're on sale at Amazon. Making some waffles right here. See what I did, you guys? I'm going to put it right here. Boom. Drop this down. I'm cooking them. I like them a little extra brown, but not burnt. Niam says, I didn't lose any weight when I started MM. I just make sure you get enough calories. Watermelons are good for cows if you're doing low fat. If you're doing low fat and you want more calories, I mean, you can do any fruits, but I would probably do more bananas. I'd probably do more papaya. That's a good one there. That's a great one too. But incredible. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, this is the waffle maker right here. It's the one I use. Where do I share info about autism? Medical Medium, new edition right here. Revised and expanded. So it's the new edition, revised and expanded. Just know that. That's the book. You can do a sweet potato waffle. I see you guys asking about that. So I'm cooking this waffle up right now. It's a potato waffle. And I got some incredible maple syrup, really pure, good stuff. You guys know. Claudia says, I live on fruit. Oh my God, you must get a lot of flack for living on fruit. People are so fruit feared out there. Fruit fear. That's what it's all about. Potatoes are more gentle with somebody's digestion too, if they got the gastroparesis. You can do mono diets on banana. You can do mono diets on banana papaya. I talk about that in Cleanse to Heal. Mono diets on banana papaya, right? But medical medium isn't just fruit. Medical medium is about leafy greens and celery juice. Depends on what's going on. Stefani said, is tingling on the face a detox symptom? Nope, it's not. It's not. I think I was expecting a phone call. My God, you're pregnant and your doctor told you to stop eating fruit and potatoes? Really? Yeah, the fly. Yeah, the fly. I'm the fly on the wall. That's annoying? Told you that's annoying. Yeah, I'm on the wall now. I'm watching her. Yeah, I'm looking, right? What do I see? I see a receipt on the kitchen table. Let me see if I can read it. I'm going over the... Looks like some kind of a new medical treatment. Looks like antibiotics. I'll say antibiotics. It's another receipt there. There's another, a new medical treatment there. Wait, there's another receipt. Let me fly over to the coffee table. I see another receipt. Head to the coffee table. All right, hold on. Let me. Oh, that's an alternative doctor's receipts there. So it looks like conventional medicine and alternative medicine. The alternative doctors. I just saw collagen. The doctor said nutritional yeast is okay. The doctor said gut powders, a gut protein powder. Oh no! I see a protein powder and a gut powder. What? What? Yeah. New relationship? Yeah, the person had a new relationship like 6 months ago. Yep, they broke up. I don't know. Could have caught a new bug. A lot of healing to work on. Copper pipes? Let me see. I'm going to go into the drain. Head into the drain. Copper pipes. Yep, they got copper pipes. Yep, they're getting lots of copper in their system. Let me get out of here. Let me go back on the wall. Hit the wall. Phew. Oh, I see some supplements. Let me go look at them. I'm landing. Oh, there's alcohol in this supplement. Acacia gum, citric acid, natural flavors. Yep. Okay. All right, let's hit the refrigerator. Okay. Oh, they just opened the refrigerator door. Head to the refrigerator. Get in the refrigerator. Vegan cheese. Interesting. I don't think that's good for you. Vegan cheese. Oh, and regular cheese. Oh, and some pickles and vinegar. Okay. Some salsa with vinegar. Ooh. Wait. Let's go into the freezer. We can't get into the freezer. Why don't you just open up the freezer? This ice cream. Coconut ice cream. All that fat. All the fat in the coconut ice cream. Okay. All right, we got... Oh, wait, she's putting a chocolate bar in her mouth. Let me grab onto that chocolate bar, try to get out of her hand. I can't get the chocolate bar out of her hand, I'm trying. I can't get the chocolate bar out. No, I can't get it, she's trying to hit me. I'm only a fly. She's trying to hit me away. She says I'm bothering her chocolate bar. I gotta go. Sometimes the things we go through are not detox symptoms, but it's 1,000,001 potholes, right? It's 1,000,001 potholes. Yeah, that's what it is. I keep on seeing the whole TikTok thing. I know. Just I'm censored. That's it. Does it cover gastritis and acid reflux? I got an incredible section in here called Mono Eating in the Cleanse to Heal. Get it free at the library if you don't want to buy it on Amazon. Okay, guys, I'm going to cook this a little longer. Yeah. I'll tell you this, people who want to like whiten their teeth, you know, you got to keep in mind is whether you whiten your teeth or not, you don't want your teeth destroyed. Keep in mind you don't want them destroyed, right? So the apple cider vinegar and the caffeine are teeth destroyers, and I've been talking about that, you guys, just so you know. On Clubhouse, they're teeth destroyers. If you guys are doing your apple cider vinegar gummies and your apple cider vinegar in your food or taking apple cider vinegar shots, you're on the road to the worst teeth problems down the road. You'll be in the dentist chair all... You guys like your dentist? You guys miss your dentist? You want to see your dentist every day? Right? You guys must miss your dentist. Uh-huh. Yeah. Every time you drink coffee, you're gonna end up in that dental chair a lot of times down the road. You love those dental bills? Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. And you can't drink it through a straw. Your caffeine, your caffeine or your apple cider vinegar through a straw, because it's not about that. It's about getting it in the body itself, and then the body needing calcium to buffer it. LMAO, I love getting my teeth cleaned. Lisa Marie, you love getting your teeth cleaned? It's amazing. You know? Do you guys like getting your teeth drilled? Do you like that? Do you like root canals and bridges? You guys love root canals, right? And bridges and lots of cavities? Yeah. ACV wears off your enamel, just destroys your enamel too. There's no best way to take apple cider vinegar. You just don't take it. But if you love your dentist, keep doing your apple cider vinegar. Just keep doing it. If you love your dentist, just keep on doing it, keep on doing it. You should listen to the apple cider vinegar podcast, Medical Medium and Apple podcast. Right? Is tea okay to drink? Not the caffeine. Kathleen, not the caffeine teas, right? Got to look out for those. Darcy Lee says, I love to get my teeth cleaned, but that's it. What heals a scorching gut from baking soda? Takes time. Takes time. It's got to be the right foods. Do some mono eating. That's one right there you can do. That's something. You should listen to the neurological episode, you guys, for some of you people that are dealing with neurological problems. Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcast. I used to drink it every single day and not. Now I have receding gums. It didn't happen until 2 years later. That's how it works with apple cider vinegar, you guys. It happens later. It doesn't happen right away. You lose your teeth later. That's what it does. That's what goes on. Here's the irony. If you started a medical medium protocol, right? Advice on dealing with mono and neurological symptoms. You can take the book to your doctor if you want, right here, the Medical Medium New Edition. There's no better advice than what's in this book for neurological symptoms and mono. And doctors out there now only know about mono in the way they understand it now today, reactivation of Epstein-Barr. They only know about it now because of the Medical Medium publications. Just letting you guys know. It's important to know that publication right there. Get it free at the library if you don't want to get it at Amazon. Right? But what you guys need to know is like all these... Look, do you want a takeaway? You guys want a takeaway? Do you want a really good takeaway? Just one right now off the running? Right? Watch out when you get your blood tested. Because what science and research does is they want you trained that your blood is disposable and it's just trash and they just throw it away. They draw it from you, break down your immune system, remove part of your immune system and throw it away. So they need you trained. I'm going to cook this for another couple of minutes. They need you trained that I put so much waffle in here so I want to get it a little more toastier. They need you trained to know that your blood is disposable, right? They go get your blood drawn, remove 4, 5, 6 vials, 8 vials, 14 vials, 20 vials. I know some of you guys know this. I've already talked about this, right? In the Medical Medium Podcast and Apple Podcast. But they want you trained, and they steal and rob your blood. They'll either throw it in the dumpster or it hits the black market. Just letting you know, right? When you get a blood test, you guys know when you get a blood test, you only need this much blood right here, okay? When you get a blood test, you only need this much blood, right? I'll show you. So that's all you need. That's it. You can get a nutritional profile with that. You can get an anti-nuclear antigen test. You can get that. You can get your thyroid profile, metabolic panel, right? Liver enzymes, right? PSA. I mean, what you can get done with that much blood, right? But they steal and they rob the blood. They trash a lot of it. It also goes to dark places too. Also dark places. So I'm letting you know. So that's what happens. That's what science research does for people. I told you guys before, they can scrape off the tiniest fragment of dried blood that was on a pair of jeans in a murder scene 45 years ago, right? And they can still get where you are with your insulin resistance, all kinds of your nutritional profile, right? Hormones. They can test all that with literally a wet Q-tip, rubbing it on a pair of jeans that had a speckle of blood on it from 50 years ago. Yeah, they usually take 6 vials from you. You should listen to Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcasts. Blood draw, okay, bloodletting, vampirism episode. You should listen. You guys want to protect yourself. You guys want a powerful takeaway. That's one right there. Annie said sometimes you don't have a choice. You do have a choice. You should listen to the podcast episode. You actually have a choice. You can still get your blood tested. You go see your doctor. But the blood lab, all they need is a quarter vial, half vial, right? So you just go with half vials. I talked about this. Ask your doctor, can I do a half vial? See what he says or she says. You know? Almost done with my waffle right there. Check my waffles. I know, right? But that's all you need. That's how demented the system is right there. That's it. Well, when you're not sick, who cares, right? Who cares when you're not sick? It's just that when you're sick, you can go backwards. And I didn't talk about what happens. You lose your immune system. You lose your white count. You lose your CBC. It disappears. It disappears, your CBC. It goes away, and your immune system drops, and you get sicker and sicker and sicker. If you get a Lyme diagnosis after you've already had blood drawn from you for months and months, they'll keep you sick and sick and sick and sick. And if you got cancer and your immune system's weakened already, they'll just keep on drawing blood from you, and they won't stop, and they'll overtake blood. That's what they do. They overtake blood, and they overtake blood, and they overtake blood. And that's what they do. That's what the industry does. So how do we rebuild? I talk about that in the Medical Medium Podcast and Apple Podcasts, the blood draw episode. Really important to know. All of that's important information to know, right? Yeah. And in building our white count, I talk about that, how you need the zinc. Like, to build your white count, you need the right kind of zinc. You know, you need the liquid zinc, right? That's what you need, but the right kind. Liquid zinc sulfate, right? The right kind. And it's important, you know. That's the Vimergy company. It's the one I use and take every single day. Okay? That's the Vimergy.com. I'm not sponsored. And I'm not the owner of the company. And, but that's the kind I give my family and friends. So when a family member, I hear a family member went and got some blood drawn, they always ask, because it's a family member or a friend of mine, they know to ask for half vials and only do like 2 or 3 half vials, and then go back to the doctor for another test. So they can get another couple more tests, right? And then I say, well, you got to be on the right zinc. So they take the zinc, the right zinc. That's the Vimergy, V as in Victor, I, M as in Mary, ERGY, Vimergy.com. It says Vimergy. And I'm not sponsored, but it's the one I recommend for my family, my friends. That's the one I recommend right there. No additives. I'm not sponsored. There's no additives. There's no natural flavors. There's no alcohol. There's no citric acid. That's the zinc right there. Their supplements are incredible at this company, but the point is, it's like, this is one right here. The details matter. They all matter. You take the wrong thing, you don't rebuild, right? The reason why the medical medium community heals is because people in the community look for the details. You guys want to know the details, and you want to know like how to heal and how to take it to that next level. But look, if you're not that sick and you don't mind playing around for the next 5-10 years with being not so sick and you want to keep on visiting all the different doctors and practitioners and hopping online and ordering all the different gimmicky stuff and trendy stuff, and you want to do that for the next 5-10 years, you're welcome to do that, right? Just know that when you really get sick, you know the information and the details matter, right? Steel Vegan says, rinse your mouth with water after eating apple cider vinegar. No, it's not about being in your mouth. Steel Vegan, it's not about being in your mouth, man. It's about being in the body because it's acetic acid and your body removes calcium from your bones and teeth to buffer it. It doesn't have to touch your teeth. Nevia Green says his podcast is called Medical Medium on Apple Podcasts. Yeah. Yeah. So, is there a way of starting celery juicing without irritating your stomach? Celery juice, like, is healing people's stomachs, number one. If you're really, really toxic, right? And this is on Clubhouse. You guys know this. You need to know this too, right? If you're really, really toxic, okay, you have to, you can start low. You can start small, 2 ounces then. That just means you're so toxic. There's so much going on there. Probably got some H. pylori in there, doctors, and probably got all kinds of stuff. You can ask your doctor. Look for H. pylori. Look for different things, right? But people are loaded with E. coli, H. pylori, strep, streptococcus, different infections in their gut. And just so you know, probiotics doesn't fix that. Like, probiotics doesn't fix that. Like, that's not what a probiotic does. Just because you got E. coli, strep, you got H. pylori, probiotics, microorganisms don't fix that. They don't fight each other. Did I ever tell you guys that? This is so important to know as I plate this waffle. Did you guys know that they don't fight each other? You can put all the good microorganisms you ever wanted to put in, into your gut, okay? But what you don't know, and I talk about this in Cleanse to Heal, by the way, showing you the book, that's Cleanse to Heal. What you don't know is the good microorganisms do not fight the bad ones. What a scam that is people are pushing into it. What a scam that is, right? Drooling over the waffle, it's going to be really good. It's going to be really good. And what people don't realize is that bad bacteria, like strep, E. coli, H. pylori, they don't care about good bacteria. They don't they don't like touch each other. They don't talk to each other. They don't fight each other. Good bacteria, microorganisms, that you can put all the microorganisms you want in your gut, but they don't then jump on bad bacteria and start to eat them up or kick them out. That doesn't happen. There's so much misinformation out there. I mean, I could sit on here for 100 hours and we won't even touch how much is out there that's wrong, right? But so it's not about that. What's in the waffles? I just mashed potatoes, peeled the skin off, mashed them, put them in the waffle maker, and I'm gonna shut the lid on it, and they're piping hot. And I'm gonna add some maple syrup to it right now. I don't know if you guys can see that on IG, right? So, you guys on Clubhouse, I'm on Instagram right now in clear view of everybody. There's the maple syrup right on top of the waffle. Doesn't that look good? There's no fat in that waffle. So, you know, the fats, they break us down. They break our immune system down if you keep on eating fats, if you're on fats all day long. You guys, medical medium information isn't anti-plant-based or anti-animal protein. So it's not anti-vegan, anti-plant-based, or animal protein. It's pro all of those. What medical medium information is tools and answers for both sides of the aisle. Both sides of the aisle. Tools and answers. So that's what it is, right? So you still want to eat animal protein, you still can, but you'll know what to stay away from in the animal protein world. Stay away from the eggs, you'll know that, right? Kitchen tools are on the supplement directory at medicalmedium.com. Yeah, you would add lime juice to this? Gail Michelle, you would add some lime juice to this? You're welcome to. You can definitely add a little lime to this. Why not? That sounds like a good idea. I might do that. Vitiligo, I talk about that in Cleanse to Heal. That's a combination of aluminum and the Epstein-Barr virus. The Epstein-Barr virus feeds off aluminum that releases a dermatoxin that destroys the melanin pigment. That's aluminum-based dermatoxin. So that's how it works. And that's what creates the whole vitiligo. Talk to your doctor. about, medical medium information so you can know how it works. Mariah, getting kicked off of IG? Are you not on TikTok anymore? Nope. So, what kind of syrup did I use? A pure maple syrup. This one's got a little cinnamon in it. Why stay away from eggs? I thought that would be somewhere that we should talk about right here. Clubhouse, you guys listening? I know a lot of you guys eat your eggs. You can't get away from them. You know, it's always about eggs. The funny thing about eggs is that even plant-based people who say they're plant-based still are eating some fish in between. They're still eating some eggs, but they want to keep that plant-based title. So they say they're plant-based, but they're still playing around with a little cheese. They go out, they have an egg, they make an egg at home, they put an avocado on there, and on social media they call themselves plant-based, right? So you see that all the time. That's out there happening, right? And compassion, clutter clearing, Instagram won't let you on. Yeah, I know. So the problem is with that is that instead of calling yourself plant-based, people should call themselves aspiring to be plant-based. If they're still diving into those eggs, still diving into those, to the cheese, still diving into the fish here and there, should call themselves aspiring to be plant-based, right? Instead of, I'm plant-based, you know what I mean? It's like, honesty with ourselves is critical, and that's how we can heal, because we do this mental thing, and it's like this is rampant in the plant-based community, just so you know. This mental thing tells us, no, I'm plant-based. Social media, I'm plant-based. I say I'm plant-based on social media. I do my YouTubes, plant-based YouTubes. But yet, I'm still eating eggs in between it all every now and then, every once in a while, like once a month. I'm still eating a piece of cheese, and I'm still eating some salmon. But then the problem is if we don't kind of make the connection to what we're saying to everyone else out there and to what we're doing, if we don't connect that dot, we're never going to really take it to the place we need to be. Yeah, TikTok says I'm temporarily banned. If you guys, I know you guys are asking about that, but I'm temporarily banned on TikTok because a whole bunch of trolls reported me. So TikTok works where a truckload of trolls can come in and just report. Yeah, and they reported the healing stories. So that's what they did. They reported the healing stories. So the trolls reported all the miraculous, amazing healing stories, the medical medium healing stories. That's how it's done, right? And the trolls, a lot of them are sent there from alternative medicine industry. You need to know that. Like, the attack on people healing isn't conventional medicine entirely. It's both alternative and conventional, just so you know. It's both. Alternative medicine is a powerhouse. $1 trillion industry, right? It's a powerhouse. And they don't want anybody healing either, because if something too big, it's cute if one person heals. It's cute. They don't care so much. But if millions are healing around the world with celery juice and the medical medium tools, right? And they're really healing around the world, then they get vicious. So the alternative world also sends their trolls, right? To report. And the conventional world does too. So it's both. They're both in bed together. That's how it's done. I'm not saying your alternative doctor's a bad guy, not at all, or whatever. That's not it. This is the industry I'm talking about, and it's set up this way. And it's set up where you don't even know, and your alternative doctor doesn't even know that's what's happening. That's how it works. Diet helped me to be free of cancer. Julie, that's incredible. Julie 291163. Yeah, thank you for being on here. That's incredible. So awesome. Cold White Spring says both conventional and alternative medicine hurt me. That matters because that's your voice, Cold White Spring. You know what I mean? Like, the thing is, you have to take this seriously. Not you, Cold White Spring. You take things seriously. I'm talking about, like, if you care about the chronically ill and the sick and people that are not well and people that are struggling to heal and on Mattress Island, you have to take their word seriously. You have to hear them, right? And you said conventional medicine, alternative medicine hurt me, right? And like, I don't just blow that off because I'm some leader in the alternative medicine world banking hundreds of millions of dollars, and you know what I mean? And like, no, you buy my merchandise and my apple cider vinegar and everything else under the sun. I don't care. No, it matters. It matters what you've been through, because your life matters. All of you guys do. Your lives matter. And if any one of you, goes through a struggle, it's serious, So why no eggs, Richard? Sorry, I didn't finish that. I'll give you the rundown on eggs, okay? Right around 1917, 1916, okay? We were looking at bugs under a microscope, okay? The private medical industry already found bugs in the early 1900s, the private medical industry. They found bugs. But they didn't know how to keep the bugs alive long enough to actually proliferate them and to grow them in large numbers. And they found out the only way to grow a bug, and this is in the egg podcast, Medical Medium podcast at Apple Podcasts, the egg episode, right? You guys, the only way to grow a bug was to grow it inside of an egg. That's what they discovered. They cut the top off the egg, and when they put pathogens inside the egg, they proliferated. Because you know why? Just so you know, the egg doesn't have an immune system. The baby chicken here doesn't have the immune system. The immune system comes later, right? So the immune system comes later, is when it comes. The immune system comes later. And what people don't realize is there's no immune system in the egg when it's the egg. Right? You seem fine to me, three years now, no eggs? So the immune system well, what do you mean I'm fired? You saw me leave the factory with 3 dozen eggs? They were old eggs. I'm lying? They weren't old eggs? How did you see me? You had the cameras in the factory? Really? What did I do with the eggs? I made a big omelet with them. So I'm fired because I was hungry? I've been working for you for years, slaving over the chicken eggs. I took a few eggs and you're firing me. But you don't think I ate them? Well, what did I do with them? There's a rumor at the egg factory? Why, who told you? Did Stanley tell you? Stanley ratted on me? What did he say? He said that I hatched the eggs and I raised them? Really? Why would he do that? Why would he do that to me? He's supposed to be my friend there at work. Am I really still fired? Shh, guys, calm down, be quiet. Be quiet, you guys. Yep, you guys gotta be quiet here. Okay, I gotta go. Okay, I gotta go. I guess I'm not coming back to work tomorrow. Okay, fine. I'll raise my chickens and I'll sell them. Okay. So what happens, you guys, is that the egg doesn't have an immune system, but the chick does have an immune system. Hey little fella. The chick does have an immune system. Okay, little fella, I'm gonna put you down. I'm gonna get this little fella right here. I'm gonna get this little fella here. Okay? You okay? So the baby chick has an immune system. Okay? And the egg doesn't. So when you put a virus, which they do now, where do you think all the viruses come from, you guys? They come from basically the labs. They come from the labs. They're raised in eggs. Every single bug that's out there now was raised in an egg and it was released. Okay? That's how it works. All the Epstein-Barrs everybody's dealing with, released. Okay? That's how it is. The private medical industry releases all the bugs over time as the years go on. Right? But they have to grow them in an egg because there's undeveloped proteins in an egg. The protein in an egg is undeveloped. So it's a food for pathogens. So you want to keep on eating the eggs. You're gonna feed whatever pathogen you have inside of you guys. So whatever pathogen you have inside of you, you're gonna feed. See how it works? You got the Epstein-Barr causing your fibromyalgia, causing your lupus, causing your Lyme disease. You got the Epstein-Barr causing these problems. The Epstein-Barr is going to feed on every egg you eat. That's how it's going to happen. Okay? Yep. Every single bug. Waffle makers on the medicalmedium.com directory. If you want to check that out, right? Every single bug right out there, the strep causing the UTIs. You got UTIs? You guys got any UTIs in bladder? Any bladder irritations, bladder infections, kidney infections? Ever have one in your life, a UTI? The bugs were created in the lab out of the egg. Right here. The more eggs so you know what women are told? Women are told, they're told to eat eggs all day long. Yep. Darlene, you got kicked off of IG and you're back now? They're told to eat eggs all day long. Seaweed Hero, I see you on there. You still listening to some Cat Stevens? It's got some good tunes. Great music. All day long, they'll tell women to eat eggs, right? With UTIs and endometriosis and fibroids and PCOS and HPV. They'll tell women to eat eggs. Then the eggs will feed the HPV. Elena, healed chronic UTIs as soon as I stopped eggs. Doesn't that matter? You guys hear that? Doesn't that matter? You hear that on Clubhouse? Stopped UTIs, chronic UTIs after giving up eggs. But nobody knew to give up eggs. That's medical medium information. And that's the whole point. How, like the details matter. Does this matter? It does. It does. You just listen to, Susan, you listen to Peace Train today? That's a good song. Everybody hop on the Peace Train. Plant-based people go back to eating eggs. They'll say they're plant-based. Not every plant-based person, right? But they'll say they're plant-based. They'll say it on social media, on YouTube. They'll say it as an influencer. But they're still eating eggs. 1 month they'll eat eggs, 1 month they won't. But they'll still say they're plant-based. And you got to make the connection. The only way to quit eggs is to really come to some kind of resolve and say, you know what, I'm not plant-based, but I want to be plant-based. You don't have to be plant-based. You can leave the eggs out and not be plant-based if you don't want to, because I'm pro everything. I'm just about the tools and the answers. Yeah. It's important to know. Eggs feed all viruses and bacteria. A home for healing. Exactly. And that's how it's done. And so this is one of the most powerful tools, healing tools you want to take away. This is the one right here. You might be somebody that says, you know what, I don't eat eggs right now. I don't need to hear this. It's not a takeaway from me. But you know what? You'll be eating eggs down the road because some plant-based, not even plant-based, some functional medicine doctor is going to tell you guys one day down the road when your teeth start falling out from all that apple cider vinegar and all that caffeine from the chocolate, when your teeth start falling apart, when you're 45 years old or 32 years old or whatever it is, and you're getting all those wrinkles from that caffeine and all this other stuff's happening in Malaysia and brown spots all over your face, right? And some functional medicine doctor is going to tell you you're protein deficient, you better start eating eggs. And you're just going to fall for it and get sucked right into it. And back to the merry-go-round over and over and over again. And that's how it's done. So that's why you don't eat eggs. And that's just some information. Listen to the Medical Medium Podcast and Apple Podcasts on that. It's important. But yeah, you guys, Info is about it's not about being on one side of the aisle or the other. It's the only place in our health today that doesn't pick sides. The only place. It's either you're plant-based or you're not. It's either you're animal protein or you're not. And then they all got their dogma when they don't even know why anybody's sick. And there's no one medical medium protocol. There's over 1,000 protocols to make sure everybody has a chance to heal in combinations that could be customized. So, bottom line, you guys. Did some of you guys get your wild blueberry juice yet? Did you guys get did you get some? I had 2 more bottles that I had stored away, but I'm still waiting on mine. And I know they're working on it. They're working on it. So, just got to hang in there, but they're working on it. The stuff is just like I told a friend of mine, get your order in if you want it. Doesn't matter if it doesn't come yet, because once you get in there and then you finally get it, it's just, you got another tool in your hands. I was telling a friend of that the other day. I didn't do shots yet tonight, but I got to do my shot, right? what we can do to reduce cholesterol, LDL. Look, I've always said, cholesterol, liver. Yeah, it's back ordered. No, I know it's back ordered, right? But I tell people how should we be drinking the wild blueberry juice? I do a shot of it every morning in a shot glass. So I do 2 ounces in a shot glass every morning. Mid-morning, I'll do it. Mid-morning, I'll do it sometime like that. That's what I'll do. But it's potent stuff. So man, it's potent stuff. It's a wild food. Yeah, the orders are backed up. Eventually they'll get past that though. It's a wild food. When you're dealing with a wild food, it's a whole nother game. It's a whole nother game. But what I do is, I do a shot, is what I do every day, mid-morning, is what I do. Yes, shots. Exactly. So you guys, look, we're going to keep on working on all the pitfalls along the way. I want to make sure you guys know what's happening in the alternative medicine world. None of you guys like to be tricked, right? Or duped. None of you guys like to be tricked? You guys like to be fooled? You love that? You guys love to be totally fooled and tricked? Right? Yeah. Without even knowing it? Well, that's what we got to worry about in the alternative medicine world and the conventional medicine world. And that's what we have to worry about. And that whole thing, when you hear, oh, here's a study, just know that it's not even a study. 90% of all these citations and they're articles. They're a paper, they're an observation. There's no conclusion, they're anecdotal, times 10. They say there's no conclusion, inconclusive. And that science cult is throwing all those things around all day long at you guys. They'll just throw them at everybody. And then you just think, oh, wait a minute. Does that mean this is something? Meanwhile, if science research had an answer, wouldn't you think they would have it for people so people can heal? They don't. And they don't want it. They don't want that there. Because it doesn't fit into the agenda of where the money's at. The money's at you guys staying sick. That's it. Keeping sick and staying sick. And guess what? In the next 1 year, I'm telling you guys on Clubhouse too, the next 1 year to 2 year to 3 years, next 6 months, it's going to be more sick people than we've ever seen before in our history. It's happening all over the world right now. It's happening here in the US. It's happening. We're heading to a place of sickness. Like I've been saying this for 35 years. We're heading to a place, but right now we're heading to a place of sickness no one's ever even dreamed of. And there's going to be 1 million sharks out there ready to sop everybody up and soak them. And that's what's coming up, right? Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcasts have an egg episode, a coffee, matcha tea, chocolate episode, an apple cider vinegar episode, a neurological symptom episode, an anxiety episode, a brain fog episode, 5 meditations, right? Chemtrail episode too. Did you guys ever check that one out? Right? Fruit Fear episode and fragrance air freshener episode. That's something that's really important too. If you guys want another really powerful takeaway, if you guys on Clubhouse want another powerful takeaway for today, okay, look out for your air fresheners. If you got them in the walls, pull them out and throw them out right away. Those break down the immune system. Those are life shorteners. And then basically we should call them that. When air fresheners, life shorteners. Scented candles, life shorteners. You know what's really sad? Like a friend of mine was saying, I was watching this girl's YouTube channel and she's into health and working out and, she's putting avocado on her toast and peanut butter in her smoothie, and then she runs on caffeine all day, high quality caffeine products all day, and then lights a scented candle, then has her scented candles going. It's like, and then my friend said, well, not watching her anymore, because I realized she doesn't know anything she's talking about. And it's sad because the industry has all these influencers trained to poison themselves with scented candles, fragrances in soaps, fragrances in all of it, clones, perfumes, air fresheners. So everybody's trained. If you want to take away, pull that stuff out of your life. Get it out of your life, right? Exactly. And hair care products, skin products that have fragrances, all of it, clones, perfumes, like I said, scented candles, like, absolutely, right? Healing with compassion, you guys see that out there? Marco, it might say essential oils, but it might not be essential oils. Keep that in mind. It's essential oils with chemicals. Chemical companies are actually putting, what they'll do is they'll put, when someone makes a scented candle, they'll take a brew from the chemical company that's toxic, and they'll take an essential oil. They'll put it together. So you're like, whoa, there's a natural essential oil in here. Meanwhile, you're getting sick. Healing Athlete says people only think fragrances affect sensitive people. They don't realize they are beating down their liver and ensuring future illness. Scented candles, fragrances, colognes, perfumes, air fresheners are ensuring a guarantee of you being sicker down the road. Guaranteeing it. Guaranteeing it. Listen to the Medical Medium podcast, the Apple Podcast, the fragrance episode, but guaranteeing it. Right? Flourish said, what is it? Flourish Health and Wellness? The fragrances are on the detergent aisles make me nauseous. Yeah, I mean, they're highly toxic. And yeah, you can be a more sensitive person where it affects you, but it's still affecting everybody. It's affecting anybody. It doesn't matter what it is. The dish soaps, the detergents, all that stuff. The fragrances, the air fresheners, the scented candles. It's affecting their babies. Right? A lot of mommies don't realize that their baby could be sensitive, but their baby can't speak out. And can't say, what is the smell I'm smelling, right? This baby can't say, what's the smell I'm smelling, right? The whole bit, okay? Like the baby can't tell anybody, like, what's the smell that's making me sick, you know? And so moms need to know about this, but moms aren't being taught this. I've been teaching about fragrances for years, decades, right, you guys? And that one alternative doctor I ran across with the thousands of alternative doctors that came to me for help over the years, right? When I used to see people, right? That would come to me. Not one of them even realized, what do you mean air freshener? Like, what do you mean a perfume? What are you talking about? My wife wears perfume all day long and I wear cologne all day long. That's what you'll hear. Like, alternative medicine. Like people who are like running retreats in Costa Rica don't even know about the fragrances and air fresheners. Like people that are in people's lives every day, deodorants and aftershave and all that. Like meaning the chemicals in the scented part of it, right? And that was what it was always like. If you guys only knew. Like, no one knew anything about anything. The years would go by. You got a candida diagnosis or a Lyme disease diagnosis. You got a whole bunch of antibiotics, or you took something terrible to swallow for your candida and you stayed sick, and that's what it was all those years. Just so you know. That's what it was. And it was like, and it wasn't about fragrances being bad and air fresheners and being cautious and blood draws. Getting all the blood taken from you to make your immune system weaker and weaker and weaker. It wasn't about that. It wasn't about any of this stuff. It was like, no, you eat your chocolate. Yeah, you can do all the, matcha tea you want, whatever. Yeah, it was never about like the good stuff. The good stuff about protecting you guys. It was never ever about the good stuff about protecting you guys. All through the years of alternative medicine. I saw this for years. And it was like, it blew people's minds. They'd walk in the office or call me from around the world, a physician, and be like, wait a minute, why does my patient have fatigue? Because they have the Epstein-Barr virus. And it's releasing neurotoxins. And the doctor would say, dear Lord, what do I do? And I would be like, they gotta be on the zinc. They'd be like, what's zinc? They gotta be on zinc. They gotta be on cat's claw. They gotta be on licorice root. They gotta be on golden seal. They gotta be on lemon balm. They gotta be on the right vitamin C. They gotta be on the right vitamin C. And the doctor would be like, and then what? I said, and then you gotta take away the eggs. And then you gotta be careful on how much blood you draw from them. I'd say to the doctor. And then, people come in there with tingling feet. It's like Samantha says, Samantha Lynn Peters. She said, what do you suggest for tingling feet? The doctor would be like, I got patients with tingling feet and hands. I heard that my whole life. And they'd be like, what else do? You get rid of eggs. You get rid of their cheese. You get rid of their gluten. You'd be like, what's gluten? Back 30 years ago, what's gluten? Get rid of wheat. That's how we used to identify it, me in Spirit of Compassion. Be like, get rid of your wheat. I'm like, get rid of wheat? What are you talking about? Get rid of wheat. That's what I heard all the time. What do you mean get rid of the wheat? What do you mean get rid of the eggs? Is this how we get our patients better? I'm like, yeah, you get your patients better. And people were getting better. They could never get better in a million years. It changed the shape of alternative medicine now. It still has till today, you guys. So it's really incredible when you think about it. You guys, I'm going to eat this waffle right here. That's it right there. The potato waffle. It's got the maple syrup on there. I can't wait to have it. I'm going to have it fat-free, so I'm not going to put avocado on there. All right? I mean, avocado's a healthy fat, but I'm keeping it fat-free. No avocado, no oil or anything. It's just going to be some maple syrup. That's what it's going to be on the potato. Lizzie Boo says, oh my God, just to think you're actually going to the doctor's office full of hope, and then you realize how wrong you were. It's really a rough go out there for so many people. Looks good, Paula? You guys, yep, maple syrup. Healing with compassion, you seem fine to me. You guys, I'm going to eat. I love you guys. I'm going to let you guys go on IG. I'm going to let you guys go on Clubhouse. Thanks for being here today. I'm not hitting 369 today. I got to work on the book. I got to keep to that book deadline that's coming up for a new book that I'm trying to like get to the publisher someday. So I got to do some book writing tonight while my brain is just rock solid. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. I want to use the time wisely. And, well, it's wisely to be on with you guys, but I have this thing where it's like, Spirit of Compassion says, look, you can help them out in person on the lives, but then if you can't get that next book out with incredible information that no one's ever heard before to help them heal, what are you going to do? So I'm like, I have to balance it. I have to find the balance. I have to talk to everybody and then work on the book too. Hey, you guys, I love you guys. But we'll hit 369 another day. What's today, Monday? Let's see if I can see you guys on Wednesday, and then we'll hit, we'll see what we can do. Wednesday or Thursday. Keep your eye out. Love you guys. Take care.